Happiness is never decreasing. It is only increasing. Unhappiness is never increasing. It is only decreasing. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. You are what your deep, driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. The wise find pleasure in water. Good people find pleasure in hills. The wise are active. Good people are tranquil. The wise are joyful. Good people are happy. The mind is a powerful tool. It can take you to the top or leave you in the dust. You cannot travel the path until you have become the path itself. The truth is a truth only until truth is made to stand in the face of evil. Beyond that, truth is no longer truth. It becomes a tool for evil. One who has conquered the mind is their best friend. For one who has failed to do so, their mind will remain the greatest enemy. In the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. When the wise speak, they speak in the interest of others. When the foolish speak, they speak in their own interest. The wise do not grieve for the living or the dead. The world is a river. Wisdom is the boat. The fool jumps in and is carried away by the current. The tongue is the enemy of the wise. The wise do not use it for harm. The wise do not hoard. The more they give away, the more they have. The wise are patient, for patience brings happiness. A life without cause is a life without effect. The wise person is one who is never disturbed. The greatest of all virtues is to be in control of one's mind. The wise are always learning, even from their enemies. The foolish speak of what they do not know. The wise keep their knowledge to themselves. The wise do not seek happiness in external things, for happiness comes from within. A man is born alone and dies alone, and he experiences the good and bad consequences of his karma alone. It is better to live alone in one's own hermitage than to live with a wife who is unworthy. The wise are not attached to anything, for they know that everything is fleeting. The wise do not indulge in anger or hatred, for such emotions only bring harm to the self. The wise do not cling to life, for they know that death is inevitable. The wise do not seek fame or recognition, for such things are transitory and meaningless. As you sow, so shall you reap. Knowledge is the greatest wealth. The root of all evil is desire. The wise do not seek pleasure in material things, for such pleasures are fleeting and unsatisfying. The wise do not judge others, for they know that everyone is on their own unique path. A man who conquers himself is greater than one who conquers 1,000 men in battle.